Hello, welcome back to the PMA LCS. We've got game 2 of 9-inch torpedoes versus 7 Shades of Greg. I'm still Jirachi. I still have Manbung. What's up?
Nothing much. Pretty good game out of 9-inch torpedoes last game. Just crazy how both of us chose 7 Shades of Greg for we were like, oh, easy to execute team comp. They got the better picks, instant engage, and none of that really happened. Mainly because of the early game that happened from Garfield Juice and Theatrics that put Bounty behind. But yep. And we do have our MVP voting results.
Yes, you should go do that.
Alright, yep.
Trouble.
And receiving 42% of the vote out of 12 votes is Theatrics, getting the MVP.
Congratulations!
Yay!
Yay! And we're already starting off this pick ban with Echo Top into a Scion. This is Jingo's counter pick to the Scion. You had some. You were like, oh god, about this.
Yeah, okay, so in the draft phase, the Echo was chosen immediately after the Scion. I can see that you feel like you can maybe abuse him, unless he just fools us all and goes old school tank Echo, which I do not recommend.
No,
I do not recommend.
If he's not going AP, he's doing it wrong.
Yeah, I also think he's just doing it wrong with the choice in general. I am not excited about this.
Jesus.
You don't have a tank line as it stands. Gragas, sure, that's fine. You have disengage, but the Echo can provide maybe split push pressure. But like Scion's one of the tankiest people come late game. Good luck trying to split push against him. Sure, maybe you get some tower damage or you get to clear faster than him and join your team. But it's kind of mitigated, and I think Scion's gonna just provide more in team fights because Echo's gonna jump in with parallel convergence, E in, hit somebody, get CC, jump out, and then it's gonna be a 4v5.
Yeah, basically, and also, so I mean, the tank line. Some SG have a fight. Their tank line is actually pretty good between Gragas and they picked Alistar for their support, but Echo Top just isn't played anymore. There's a reason. It's just not good.
Yeah, I kind of think in a lot of ways, especially versus the Lux that was picked, if retrospectively we could go back and just switch the picks, to put Packer on Echo. Obviously, Packer not really an Echo player, but it would be a better matchup per lane. Now, right there, OP with the Tristana pick, I think that is their saving grace when it comes here. They are picking a more team fight comp. Again, as Baba Booey
always does this.
So, okay, he had A-B-K-L. I was seeing if he's spelling anything. Obviously not. He's just running through everything. And then we got Seaman back on Lulu, which this time, if he doesn't build Ardent Sensor first or second, I'm gonna request for a pause and go beat it.
Although I realize they picked the Jinx Lulu lane, which that is disgusting. It's like, oh my.
Especially against the Alistar, so it's double ranged, and you can attest to this that that's a toxic lane to go against as the Alistar.
Yeah.
You'll definitely need the Gragas to give it some attention because they'll try to most likely have the push power or at least the pressure in the bot lane. Blackest String coming out with his Lux Comfort picks. Theatrics back on his MVP performance on the Kayn. This game probably is also going to go Rost again, the Darken form, just because one, I feel like it's the stronger of the two still, and also provides a little bit more CC to land snares or chompers or something like that.
Yeah, I actually really like both these comps. They're both like AoE comps they both have a hyper carry, and they have different goals. Although I do kind of like the Gragas ulti and Orianna ulti are kind of synergistic, but they have different purposes in fights, and it's like you don't use them on top of the same target. Although Bounty and Packer don't play together regularly, so that we'll have to see if they can get that communication together.
Yeah, you say that these team comps are really nice and everything, and then I just see that Echo.
Except for the Echo.
I'm looking at it, and unless that Echo can snowball, which he probably won't be able to kill Scion 1v1, maybe get some help from Bounty, or he roams mid lane, which I think is the best bet for him, or to find like Kane in the jungle early on, kind of like what Bounty did earlier in the game, but this time he roams first as opposed to letting Garfield roam. Which they notified that Gragas was a problem, which is why, yeah, they took it away from him. This Echo pick is gonna be, they'll win or lose based off of him, in my opinion. I could be wrong. We were both wrong about what team was gonna win last game, but I'm definitely giving it to 9-inch Torpedoes this game. I think a better comp all around and better ways to find catch. Even though Tristana Orianna in the late game will be massive.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it to 9IT too, just because I gotta go with my girl Jinx. Like, well, and that aside, like, she does, like, the only real protection she has is the Lulu, but that's all she kind of needs. There's not really any heavy divers from 7SG. There's the Echo, but I mean, the Lulu plus even the Lux, like, that should be more than enough to peel the Echo off, and there's
exactly.
So
they have Echo to dive. Like, what is, unless he gets like the perfect flank, like parallel convergence stun onto their backline? Yeah. Who's following up on there? You need to have the Orianna.
I mean, maybe the Alistar.
Yeah, if Baba Booey can flash headbutt pole after that with the Orianna, that is, or even just get Gragas to explosive cast them into the rest of the team. Maybe you can win some team fights that way. So they do have some ways of doing this. I just, again,
you're just being brutal. Which,
maybe
that's fine. Like, please be brutal, but like, wow.
maybe I'll get snipped in the butt again for this, but the easier to execute team comp, in my opinion, is gonna be the 9-inch Torpedoes.
Yeah.
Just because they're comfort picks again. But it was the same reason why I said I didn't want them to win last time, because it was just comfort picks. But after seeing them game one, maybe they swayed me, and then they're just trolling me, and I'll look really dumb when I go 0-2. So, who knows?
It's also comfort picks plus it's a comp that works together. So
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, game 2 for 7SG versus 9IT. 9IT taking game 1. This is gonna be a good one. I mean, I'm predicting 9IT to win, but 7SG, I want 7SG to pull something out either this game or next series. They're skill-wise, they're probably easily like the worst team in the LCS. Like, if you go purely based off skill, but they've shown some great team play.
Skill or stats?
Skill.
Okay, and this is NIT?
Stats. 7SG.
Okay.
Yeah, like skill, like rank, it's I'd say easily the worst in the league, but their team play is just really good, and they've gotten some nice wins off that. Although when you throw in 2 subs, that throws a wrench in the team play, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely when it comes down to like what you're saying about team play, it's always that whole conversation of should everyone go in? It's better for everyone to go in on a bad call than a few people to go in on a really, really good call. So in terms of like skill, like what you're saying, well, maybe there's like in terms of like macro or whatever, they don't make the right call, but for that moment, since everyone does it, it works out for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how this is gonna work out, but it's okay.
Yeah. All right, can we get some NIT win in chat or 7SG win in chat?
I don't have chat open, so.
Yeah, I just.
We should do that actually, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're pinging the base with enemy as vision.
It's warded.
It's warded. No shit.
They know it.
They know the tower's warded.
Okay, so real talk. I didn't read patch notes, and I saw that ping come out, and I was AFK, and it freaked me the Look at.
Yeah, I can see that. I heard the noise. I was like, what is that? Oh my god.
I literally jumped out of my skin. I thought I was getting invaded. I
Literally
thought there
jumped
was
out of your skin.
literally jumped out of my skin. I had to put it back on.
Okay.
I do like theatrics going with that skin, by the way. If he goes Ross and the cowbell.
Yeah.
From
Oh no. Well, thank God. But well, now they're gonna be late to this red buff because of that. God damn it.
It's okay. Trist helps with the leash and the.
Oh yeah.
Really
She
fine.
provides an explosive shot. This KT Echo. I'm digging the skin choice for Django Unchained.
Maybe that'll help him do more damage.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Kappa.
Kappa. Yes, many Kappa. I mean, this bot lane is just gonna be farm lanes. Oh my god, it's gonna be so boring, and I hate casting boring lanes, but I love playing them.
So what we can do is we can either talk about the macro game and how.
Or we can talk about how Bounty's going for another blue buff invade.
Okay, so Bounty just doesn't give, but he doesn't have smite this time. Did he? Okay, yeah. See, he smote the red buff. The only difference was that last time he had a smite to use. So.
Yeah, he's not gonna pick up the blue buff this time. They're wasted time. We'll
Although if he goes right now.
Oh. Nope.
See, now if he would have body slammed into it, it would have reset the aggro most likely.
Yeah, oh, meanwhile, top lane, Garfield Juice actually taking the worst end of the trade, and also, meanwhile, middle lane, Rat God is going to be the one to get combo from Baba Booey, who will dodge the zap, nice sidestep, and they're both going to get slowed, actually, by Theatrics, but some more action going on. Oh my god, just taking us all over the map, but 7SG will get out alive, taking a bit more damage, though. But no, they're fine now.
Yep, something about these PMA LCS games that just make you go, how hard is it harder to cast or to play it? Because
yeah,
you know,
I'd say cast, in all honesty.
Oh well, for sure, because we've all been playing this game for X amount of years, but we haven't been casting it for that long.
Been casting it for approximately 3 months.
Yeah, a month for me, I believe.
Yeah. I'm 3 months and I'm still terrible at play-by-play. I don't know why I keep signing myself up for this.
Because we love League. And we all want to be...
I thought you were about to say, we love you! And I was like, are we sure about that? But then it went in a different direction.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I wouldn't lie to you.
Oh my god.
So during these slow games, something that we could do, we could either... Oh, nice little trade from Django as he's running low on mana. But he still has a biscuit. We could either talk about the macro game and like the win conditions of each team.
Oh shit, I did, yeah, oh, thanks guys, I forgot to change over to the game. I'm an idiot.
Oh
it's
my
okay,
God.
nothing has happened so far, so it's fine. This is why I don't know why. Thanks
Okay,
John,
so
for
we have a
telling me.
hash. No problem.
John. Not
Also, you have 7 Shades of Grey playing against 7 Shades of Grey. Okay, there we go. You're doing it. You're doing it.
I got it. I fixed it. Thank
Yeah.
God nothing's happened yet.
Ooh,
Besides, like, one
Django
thing.
missing the 3 proc on the Opie? Hello?
Oh, Opie? Who-
And Baba
there's
Booey?
there's the lack of communication. Opie jumping out as Baba Booey goes in, and they're gonna both take damage for it.
Yeah. No, you didn't miss the bonk. There was one right there. We saw it for you. It's okay. We're pretending we're still using radio to announce games.
I mean, at least they heard the cowbells, so that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
that's the important part.
Cowbells.
You're on spec delay, dude. And we have a hashtag Baba Booey win as Theatrics comes into the mid lane.
Oh, but Packer is gonna flash out, and yep, he burned barrier as well, burning both summoners.
Yep.
Theatrics will look to return, but that's fine. Oh my god, Rat God, are you kidding me?
Now, to be fair, it is definitely the better spam than the one that he had last game. which was that was one of my favorite skins when it first came out. Jinx is one of my favorite ADCs of all time, as is yours.
She's
but
just so much fun.
Yeah, she really is. You get a lot of. So I'm getting a pentakill on Jinx. While it doesn't feel as skillful as other ones, it just feels right. Like, okay, I was meant to get this just because I play this champion.
Yeah. And
you play the champion expecting to get multi-kills.
And also, like, it's just like you play the fight right, you get these, and it's like, yes. It's not just that you get gifted these pentakills like old Katarina, it's like, you need to play the fight right. Yeah.
Exactly. So we could talk about win conditions, or we could randomly talk about meaningless things and like they do in LCK. And then make
we can randomly talk meaningless things, or we can talk about the fights as Jingo and Shade dives in on the Garfield, but we'll get knocked out by the decimating smash, and Jingo now just turning to the minions because he doesn't do damage to Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield only has a Megatron cloak, and it doesn't get any easier from here. Man, if only someone could have told them Echo wasn't a great choice.
Oh
but
my
God. No one said that here on the casting desk, so it's okay. It's our fault for not pointing it out.
I'm not sure if Gert normally does pick bans, but combo coming in on the Rat guys. Ours at the chopper, no one caught. Rat taking, oh, he's taking minion damage. He's got taken kind of low by that. Yeah, I think Gert normally does their pick bans, and him being gone has definitely hurt that. I was not impressed with their pick ban phase at all. Like, TBH, it was fine. It was just like, they've done better.
Agreed. Better is definitely the word we will use today. But if we can talk about meaningless random stuff like my first pentakill ever.
You have a pentakill at some point?
Yeah, I know, it's weird, but I was playing Ashe, pre-reworked Ashe, so this is like season 3, I believe. As Bounty ruins my story.
Yeah, he's gonna eat all the CC. Also gonna flash away and break the spec cam. And first, oh my god, first blood going to collapse. Black strand in the middle lane, but also, oh my god. Jingo going back in, and the Atrix is also super low. Jingo gonna pick up the kill, I guess. I mean, Echo gonna get the kill. Oh, the explosive pass getting Garfield Jutsu as well, man. TP coming in for Black strand for the backup.
He has red buff.
Jingo's just whacking me on bot lane. Opie going on back on the combo. The back out forced the flash out. The flash after from Opie. The Buster Shot picks up the kill. Nice job from Opie, and Jingo just on the wrong side of everything. Alrighty then, we're gonna observe magical bounties here too. Oh my god. What? Okay. They're gonna kill Jingo. Garfield just gonna pick it up. But alrighty then, that happened.
So overall, I think it's a better trade for Seven Shades of Greg, mainly because they got Rat God dead. He's gonna miss a huge wave bot lane, and also all this damage onto the tower from Opie. Tristana is really, really good, obviously, at taking towers. A little bit better than Jinx, especially pre...
Way better than Jinx. Jinx is really good at taking towers, but Tristana is godlike.
She's just faster at doing it because you have to, like, you know, the minigun form. And also, in a lane swap scenario, I would prefer Jinx, just because you're uncontested. But Tristana coming back with a BF sword, dagger, and a pickaxe, yeah. It's gonna be pretty good.
Packer wants to go for a cheeky steal, but Walkerstrand is here, says, nope, I'm blue buff.
Is that the elementalist?
They're gonna fail it? Oh no, they're not gonna fail it.
That is the elementalist Lux, correct?
Yes, it is. Walkerstrand does play with that skill. Remember
so I hope he goes Mystic, or whatever the kind of purpley, like light purple one is.
They are.
Everyone in chat, tell me which one you want to see, and then flame him afterwards. If he doesn't do it. Yeah, 69 CS for Tristana, 65 for Rat God, 69, ha ha ha, Kappa Pride.
PogChamp.
Yep. But overall, pretty good, even though First Blood did go over to Balakastrain in the mid lane on the solo kill for Packer Diehard. It's just... I think when we're looking right now at the way the game's progressing, the early game right now will definitely go to the side of Seven Shades of Greg. But as it gets later and later, this Jinx will get items. The Scion will become almost unkillable by anybody not named Tristana. And even then, Tristana is going to have to massively get this. And is he building Gargoyle Stoneplate first? Oh,
I
and
guess
this
so.
is
The jump it.
Oh,
The headbutt back on the rack. God, unfortunate from Baba Booey. That wasn't even communication. That was just mechanical. But they do force the wild growth out from Rackgod.
And the heal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the heal off from Rackgod. It's a great play from OP to try to take advantage of Rackgod being just a little bit too far forward with no vision in that front bush. But Baba Booey just probably needed to come
he's gonna eat the full combo, and also in the
go.
bot lane, Rackgod gonna eat the combo of his own teleport coming in. That is gonna be Garfield Juice showing up. Jaco's trying to stop it, but here comes the charge. He's gonna smash into the wall. And the Decimate Smash gonna knock up both kills. Heal coming out, that might save them. Baba Booey gonna be the one to keep the zap headbutts away Garfield Juice. But the Unbreakable Will, the Super Mega Death Rocket does pick up the kill. Rackgod gonna pick up one for himself. OP gets allies.
Yeah, I think maybe burning the ultimate sooner would have been better for Baba Booey. Also, flashing away in a straight line on the ult actually makes it do more damage. So a little bit of mechanical misplays from Baba Booey here in the past minute, as looks like Theatrics and the rest of NIT are gonna.
Jingle Unchained caught under the other team's tower. He's gonna get run down by Blockstrand. Alrighty then. This is gonna be an interesting turn of events. Corona breaks back, flashes. He's committing a lot. He's probably he's gonna get out. But okay then. I don't even know why he was there.
What? This is my thought notes. That series of events. So you have Blackest Strand definitely getting the better of Packer Diehard two games in a row, kind of. Even though the Karthus pick didn't amount to much in the mid lane, as he gets another.
Packer gets only half health. He has a no magic handle now to negate some of that damage. I think that's definitely a good buy from him.
Yep. And as we're trying to see how this lead can expand itself for 9-inch torpedoes, they took the dragon down. Maybe you want to focus some more on getting Herald to try to make it. Tell Rish at the stream still showing spect. Oh, that was something long time ago. I didn't even see that. My bad.
Oh my god, boy.
Well, I didn't see it. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat.
I'm not either because it fucks with my frame rate.
Hashtag bad frame rate. This tower is going to be going down shortly, so it looks like 7 Shades of Greg might be able to get a small advantage if they can come after the next wave. And Bounty and Django
diving in to eat the light binding from Blockstrand, but it's two different 1v1s. Theatrics is going to be in a 1v3 though. Jingle Unchained gonna Proto Belt away, but the last bit of health on to Theatrics. He's gonna barely get out. The explosive cast. But the double laser kill from Blockstrand. They're gonna pick up 3, and also meanwhile bot lane. Rackgod is fine, but oh my god.
Well,
that just happened.
They banned the Karthus and replaced it with the Lux ban that they had last game. They're probably scratching their heads right now about that. Not saying it's the sole reason, but this kind of just goes back to what we were talking about. The Echo is not doing enough in these games. He can't focus down Garfield Juice, who did build the Gargoyle Stoneplate straight up. Yeah, you need health, buddy, but which is nice that Sion helps build his own health from his W passive on the shield. So I guess I can kind of understand just rushing it. But he's just doing so much work, and Blackest Strand on this Lux. Probably regretting not starting Dark Seal at this moment, as Rackgod kind of gets engaged upon for the umpteenth time this bot lane.
Yeah, they've been putting a bunch of pressure on the Rackgod, but he is actually staying even in CS. The high. Okay, Baba Booey's gonna use the Unbreakable Will. The flash forward from Bounty, gonna knock away Rackgod, but knock Theatrics back in the wall. Not the greatest one in the world. And Theatrics will escape under tower while Blockstrand uses the Riptero in the mid lane while there is no Orianna to defend.
Yep, so it's going to be a trade of towers, definitely in favor of...
First they're going to 7SG actually. They're going to keep going. Rat God super low and on health and mana OP going after it. The whole mana is so much, but on 919 side, Packer going to pick up a kill, and there's another going down onto Theatrics. OP picking that one. I can totally words 2 for 1 for 7SG.
Yep, and then TP
coming
coming
out
out from Django as Scion has backed. Bunch of damage done on that tier 2 mid though. Overall, I believe it was a 2 for 1. No, 2 for 2, didn't it? Baba Booey didn't die.
Baba Booey didn't die, no.
So it was a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Power exchange. A lot of damage done on the top tier 1, a lot of damage done on the middle tier 2.
First tower going to 7SG, it's definitely worse for them overall.
Especially when you're behind. Also getting some kills onto the Orion to the Tristana to try to get them to their item spikes faster. Definitely going to be worth it when we come to these mid-game team fights. If the Oriana can get a second item, something like maybe like a Leandry's, maybe for some...
So flash forward, gonna catch both, and that's gonna mean a dead OP. Double pulverize doesn't mean anything. Baba Booey is in trouble too. The laser, Theatric's gonna come in, and there we go. He gets the kill onto Baba Booey. Does not hit the knockup onto Packer, but it's a 3v2, so 2 kills for.
Yeah. You definitely see the communication coming through for Theatrix and Black Strain right there. Even though he is the sub mid laner.
The import.
The import, excuse me. Yeah. Import mid laner. Just his comfort, both of their comforts on both of these champions. As Django trying to fight over a ward on Garfield juice, he's gonna find out really quick.
Fight a tank, and he's nice little dodge on the Destiny swing smash, but Theatrix still flashes the wall. Theatrix, is he gonna go after him? Yes, he will. The Super Mega Death Rocket coming for nothing. Django hiding under tower. Theatrix wants the booty. Or he doesn't, because he's going to just get out of there.
Yeah, something to note. Django missed, I think, 1 or 2 of his 3 proc hits on that when he hit the ward instead of Garfield. But it's not like he does enough damage to Garfield to even kill him at this moment right now.
It doesn't matter. Bye. There we go. Wait, nope. Autos? There we go. You just see Packer get bound up and you're like, oh, he's screwed.
Yeah, and wait, somehow
they take the dragon, but they're gonna find themselves sandwiched in between so much of 919. Bounty is not tanky enough, even with the Courage Shield. He's gonna go down. Seaman picking up the kill. OP hiding under tower. He is gonna get snared. Oh man, that's a dead OP as well. But Lucky Strain is godlike on this alliance.
This is looking nasty. I'm sorry, this is looking really bad for we kind of gave
as well as Rat God's BM.
Yeah, we kind of gave them an equal footing when it comes to mid to late game team fights and getting the kills on the right people, but it just seems like they don't have enough vision on the routes that they're taking. They're kind of taking a little bit greedy routes on the side with 7 Shades of Greg. Black Strand is massive right now, probably trying to go finish the death cap second item.
Going into an unfavorable situation, gonna get the 2-man stun, but he's going to eat a bunch of damage. Kosher back out on Black Strand. Laser not even needed. Now legendary. What's this Lux? 8-0 on the Lux. Oh my god.
Yeah, Black Strand is alone 2.8k above Hacker Die Hard. That's pretty tough when considering that it's a 1,000 gold lead in the top lane, a 1.2k gold lead in the jungle. In the bot lane, it's only 400 for the ADCs, but the support is about 400 as well. So the ADC, who is Tristana in this game, on the other side, you definitely can do some damage, but your front line is really behind when it comes to being able to peel for you. And no one's going to be able to follow up on any damage that you do because no one's going to be able to do enough damage to these massive tanks right here. The Lulu shield's coming out, the Lux shield's coming out, Humble Trespass to dodge any of the CC or damage abilities, and then Scion just being Scion.
Ion is basically on the right now because he goes where he needs his Jingo Unchained and now has nowhere to go. Garfield Juice even flashing forward to pick up the kill. Now they're going on the bounty. Garfield Juice wants that booty. Wants to kill his jungler. Dashik's going in. He's gonna end up under tower thanks to a flash from Opie, and he is gonna go down. Baba Booey gonna be the one to kill secure that one, and Opie jumping after Garfield Juice. The Stoneblade getting popped. He doesn't really have that much damage. And
yeah,
there he goes. There he goes.
Nice redemption. Again, no Ardent Sensor Rush from C-Man right here, but
God.
it's okay. Probably not really needing it as the only person, even though it is a Jinx. Probably will build it third item right here. Jinx opting for the Hurricane first item instead of the IE, even while being slightly ahead, especially with Global Gold. A little bit strange for me, but you know, you want to provide more for the team fight since your team is so far ahead. I can totally understand.
Yeah, I go back and forth between like going Runans and IE first on the dead Tristana. Back and forth between Runans and Infinity Edge on Jinx first. I personally actually like Infinity Edge first, even though I know Runans is so synergistic.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that. I just think that Rat God understands his
Blood Binding not hitting, but there's just all the rockets even through even through the barrier. Throws out the Super Mega Death Rocket. That was not needed. He's feeling good on this Jinx.
Yeah, and while he probably wouldn't have got up as many auto attacks, and maybe not crit as much, the IE probably would have done just about as much. So neither here nor there on that. As Black Astran is just says, "This is my jungle. I don't even know why you're on this side of the map. Get out of here." Yeah, 9-0-3 right now with Luden's Echo, Morello, and Sword Cheese, which I'm glad he went for the Luden's. I forgot that it builds out of Aether Wisp as opposed to just whatever the heck it used to build out of. I'm so lost on AG items. Excuse me.
I don't know.
Luden's used to build out of something.
I don't play mid.
Yeah. And we're gonna get the Rookie.
What can you even say? He saw Black Astran was there because of the pink ward. Oh, they just placed it? He didn't place it?
No, he just placed it.
Okay,
that's why.
Never mind. Okay. Then he face checks. You can't face check. Like.
Yeah, he should probably. Yeah, look, he just switched to a blue trinket, right? Oh no, he had a blue trinket. It was just off of cooldown. It just came off of cooldown. Probably want to wait for that.
And they're just gonna start there and why? Okay, there's a Super Mega Death Rocket coming down. Jinx bot lane. What they're gonna do is Baron anyway. They are just feeling confident.
They take it very slowly without Jinx too. To make give some time.
And also with
here comes Black Astran.
Oh my god, that's the tank. And he just chunks him out almost.
Yeah, let's put some air quotes around that word tank where it comes to Gragas because he has only Merc Treads for MR right now.
Are they going for zero play, but not going to make it in time. C-Man actually going to be the one to secure it. And Jingo is knocked up, flashes that wall again. Theatrix also going to flash the wall.
All the way.
Up and brings him right back. He brought Theatrix back to his own team. But that god is now in a bit of a bad situation. Orion damage gonna flash the wall. Is he gonna make it out? The explosive cast knocks him away. He's gonna get out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Flash.
Probably showing you why he's your favorite support.
Side set from Packer gonna bring out the shockwave just used onto Black Astran. Exhaust also comes out. There's the shutdown. Onto the Lux. Garfield Juice out of mana has to run. Has C-Man for backup. 3v2. Oh my.
Well, 9-inch torpedoes kind of getting ahead of themselves. Didn't have the Jinx in the bot lane. Felt like they should start up right then. Probably should have just waited for the Jinx to start the Baron. Nevertheless, they get it, but then they lose 2 of their key members with the Baron buff and then give over this Infernal Drake. Not necessarily the most detrimental thing that could have happened to them, but if you're this far ahead at 25 minutes and you want to get the Baron, you don't want to give the other team any chance to come back in, especially with the scaling lanes that they have.
Do damage to the Theatrix, but Bingo Unchained does do damage to C-Ban's Theatrics leading into OP, who will get comboed. The three-man knockup means OP is not quite going to go down. And the Jinx Rocket. Jinx Rocket's out. There's the one kill on Baba Booey bot lane, but they haven't done much from Rakgod this game.
Yeah. Again, this is Nice Torpedoes playing with just kind of like reckless abandon and kind of just not respecting their opponent. The death timers are still very short at this time, only having 3 people out on the map, trying to pressure lanes with only your jungler and support, and the whole team is able to collapse on them. And now only Garfield Juice, my MVP pick for last game, is the only one with Baron right now.
And OP gets to lead it again, but so does Rakgod. Both ADCs once again out of position. Kind of the story in the series. Both mid laners picking up kills onto the ADCs.
You probably want to give the advantage over to Seven Shades of Greg if they didn't have to use 2 ultimates to kill.
Value way overall, the Viceland only landing onto Garfield Juice, not the key target you want, but Redemption coming out. Oh my god, there's so much happening. Garfield Juice gonna only land the ult onto Baba Booey, but Django Unchained is stunned up for days, forced to chrono shift out, and there's the once laser coming through, doing quite a bit of damage, and Theatrics is now just going off on Packer. Well, I don't know why he's there. Baba Booey is now chasing after Balakashan, but I don't think he's gonna catch up, and he's slowed for days. Yep, Baba Booey gonna go down, double kill for Balakashan.
Yeah, but it's just the tank CC and the peel of NIT that they're able to do this, and the Ori without the ult frontlining and trying to do DPS damage onto the backline when her backline is running away with low health bars and there's no Tristana to help or anything like that. So
yeah, insert Piper's comment about me jacking off my team, but Garfield Juice is deathless as Theatrics goes in and they blow up OP. Theatrics now under tower, but he does not care. He does not take damage even from Jingle Unchained, who is the carry technically here. Tower goes down and Theatrics is still doing work. The laser blow up onto Bounty, who uses the explosive cast with his 9 breath. Doesn't even matter. Theatrics gets out with the shield and it goes down. They're not gonna be able to end the game quite yet, but looking really good to close this out.
question mark ping coming down onto the bot lane, most likely saying, Jinx, why aren't you with the team? But hey, you know, it's been Rat Dog's MO today. Not with the team and caught out.
Yeah, the Rat God has honestly not been playing that well this series. He's done fine, but he's not been here for fights. His team is winning the fight anyway because they're so far ahead, but if he was with his team, it could have been way cleaner, and also the few times he has been with his team, he's gotten picked off, so Django, does he want this? He's just going to stop the one back. Well, not allow Theatrics back, which means he's in a 1v2, which I don't know if he wants to go for that. The barrel conversion skill coming out. He won't get away. Theatrics flashing forward with the Proto Belt. The Chrono Shift backward. That just puts him away from Baba Booey. It means Theatrics gets to kill him for free, or rather Balakashan, because he's the one that picks up that kill. Baba Booey and Bounty just watch the top laner die.
Yep.
And now Baba Booey might have to watch his teammate die because there's the double lasers. Oh, the rocket actually picking up the kill, hitting, I believe that was Opie, and the splash onto Baba Booey, finishing him off. Nice little rocket there, and that might mean the end of the game.
Yeah, this is where you need Garfield Juice to wait for the minion lane to come up and just TP onto the one tanking the tower. You could probably end the game here. You're so far ahead. You still have Lux Laser available. Garfield's just walking past. Yeah, he's probably going to ult in right now.
Yeah, just why not? It's a 4v2 right now, going to be a 5v2. They're going to go onto the tower just now. Flash forward from Balakashan. Oh, the laser's not going to quite hit. Flashes mean that Opie gets out into his fountain for now. But Packer now on his own. So is Jingo Unchained, both on blinking health bars. Field Juice is unkillable on this front line.
Yeah, so damn tanky.
Yeah, pops a Stone Blade. Baba Booey and Bounty are in a fight of their own with all of 9IT, but they're getting shredded. They have no damage of their own. Packer here just to watch Bounty die. Baba Booey goes back in for a 2-man knockup, but it does not matter as he also goes down. Packer, God now going off. He's going to, you have to imagine he's going to pick up Packer. Yeah, there we go. Double kill for him. Is he going to pick up this triple kill for Rat God to finish out the game?
He wants the quadra.
Be the cleanup Jinx when you've done nothing all game, because why not the shutdown? God, oh my god. What are you doing?
So somehow Garfield Juice tanked 4 members of the team, or 3 members of the team, and still comes out alive.
Yeah.
Deathless again,
Oh my god.
but
Yeah, and
there we go, OP. Bye bye.
bye, Opie. Nexus turrets, and now the Nexus going down. 9 ID gonna get the 2-0 over 7 Shades of Greg. Let's look till Swag T coming out, of course. There's the Nexus. There we go, 2-0. We're 9
Yep, well, it looks like 9IT got the imports from LCK, and 7 Shades of Greg got the EU LCS imports. So feels bad, man.
Damn. Get wrecked, kid. Okay. Damn it. I know damage charts aren't everything, but I still like to look at them. Okay then, yeah, of course Caleb had the most damage. Damage charts aside, I'm still giving MVP to Caleb. He's 18-1! Like, Garfield Juice played awesome, and he's deathless, like, on the tank. Okay, he's tanky, he doesn't take damage, but 18-1!
Yeah, quite honestly, if I can just be frank, outside of Black Strain, I don't know who to give it to, just because. Excuse my French. It was a shit show.
A little bit. Yeah, kinda.
And then also, like, the Echo Pick didn't really do much the entire game. Some reason he bought a QSS at the end. Maybe he's just trolling right there. Also, you can't give it to Rat God. Rat God has some really nice individual.
He bought a Zonius at the end.
Oh, okay, never mind. This guy is trolling.
Rat God. Rat God, you don't go off on anything besides Twitch. You don't get to BM.
Yeah, Theatrics again did a great job setting up plays and being some more CC. Garfield just again, he is so solid. He is so solid, easily becoming one of my favorite top laners. But
he's a rock. I'm so happy he plays for us.
Well, no, he wasn't playing Malphite, but it's close.
Shut up.
There's always like this topic, and I think we talked about this when you were up for MVP voting a couple of weeks ago, when it was, do we give it to the person who just did their job because that's what their job is, and so blank, X player played X champion, and that's what they do when it gets to this time. But then Blackerstrand was just, he's solo killed Packer Die Hard.
Oh, solo killed Opie so many times.
That's at that point it was just like,
It's more Opie face checking, but
well, it's also just disrespecting like the vision that they don't have. But also Theatrics is the one who like made those some like summoner lists. I'll give the credit to that Theatrics where it's due, but I'm definitely gonna give Blackerstrand the MVP vote for me on this game.
Yeah, I'm giving him mine as well. So go vote in the MVP poll. I did post in the chat. I will call it in probably like just another minute so we can get these MVP interviews going. I will get Garfield Juice in some point. Hold on. Okay, let's jump up to miscellaneous.
Let's go.
And we're here now. Please tell me Jonesy didn't leave. Okay. Have votes. If they don't budge in the next 30 seconds, I'm calling it for Blackerstrand because he has 3 votes. Highest Garfield, Juice, Theatrics, and Rat
I think
at 1. But
no offense to the rest of the team, I don't think anybody else did anything MVP worthy outside of maybe Theatrics or just a deathless Garfield. But yeah.
Yeah, you have 10 seconds to vote if you haven't already. 10, 9. I'll repost the MVP poll too. Oh my god, no, I don't want you to play Mouth. I want you to get into the MVP channel, but you're here already. Hello, Garfield Juice.
Hey guys.
He didn't win a MVP.
He won game 1.
No, that was theatrics.
Oh shit, it was theatrics, right. I'm an idiot.
Wow.
I kind of assumed. I'm so sorry, Jonesy.
We both wanted him to win.
Okay. Well, congrats on the 2-0 anyway. You're gonna play this well for us this week, right?
He left.
Oh, damn.
So no is the answer.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's theatrics. I'm an idiot. I'm
Okay.
so sorry, guys. Okay.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna download the Game of Thrones episode for today.
Yeah. Well, theatrics did get himself another vote, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Blackerstrand getting Game 2 MVP, the import. Hold on.
You dang commie. Import.
Hello, Adam.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Mark.
Oh,
Hey!
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Okay,
Oh,
what?
hi, doggy.
They see me sitting in that bush and they calling me Garen.
The fuck?
Hey.
Okay, then.
I am very sorry, Opie. I am very, very, very sorry. You kept walking at me, and I just had to. I couldn't not.
Yeah, 18-1 on the Bucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, why weren't you able to like do more? That's my thing. Why weren't you 26 and
Why
1?
can't you do this in top lane?
It's been a while, okay?
Can't you do this in top lane?
I haven't played League of Legends in like a year. I've been busy doing this like fucking top lane bullshit. I don't know what it
He's
is.
just
It's
the
not League of
Niners
Legends.
of the mid lane. He just wants to play League of Legends, everybody.
I missed it so much. I'm back.
Oh my. Caleb's about to cry, guys.
We can find a new MVP. We can give it to Garfield Juice for not dying, unlike someone who's your mid laner.
Damn.
What?
Wait, somebody other than me died?
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb died one time.
You
I was
just mad at my Super Saiyan swag.
What? Oh my god. Okay, well, hold on. Let me do some. Gotta do some math, but hold on. The 9. Oh, okay. So 9IT have not clinched playoffs quite yet. They have to at least tie with Tilted Torpedoes for that to happen. I believe yes. If they take one game off of Tilted Torpedoes, you clinch playoffs. So yeah, congrats on the 2-0. Congrats on putting yourself into an actually now 4th place. Good spot to get into playoffs after honestly starting out the season so horrendously. Like, how does it feel to now be in the top half of the standings?
It's pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. I'm just glad that we realized when we did that we still had a shot, because that's really what made the difference. We realized that we had a decent number of matches left, and if we really put our nose to the grindstone, we could get it done. So that's what we're trying to do now, just shoot for playoffs.
Something, not gonna throw away my shot. Hamilton, no. Okay, I'm gonna...
Yeah, there you go. I got you. I got you.
I'm done here. Yeah, Sean, you got anything?
I usually do. Hold on. So when you notice that Bounty Theatrics was like basically trying to like take your blue buff or both games on the invade. What were the comms like in that game 1 when y'all were having a little fiasco around his red buff? Like, what was the communication like? And then after that, how did y'all just decide to snowball the lead?
Around his red buff?
Yeah, in game 1, so like he came and stole your blue buff. You followed him down. Garfield came down, but then you went to go find him at Raptors, and then Packer Diehard roamed first while Karthus was staying mid, and then Garfield came down again and helped. So you should totally give your MVP to Garfield. What? I didn't say that.
The comms in that moment, specifically what happened is Garfield said, wait, Jarvan took a little while getting here. I think that he started red. And I, in my brain, was like, okay, he's with my blue. But by the time I got there, he was like already done with it, which makes sense because it's Vi. That's fine. But then I was like, this bitch took my blue. And I just kept walking after him. I was like, hey, come down here. So we followed. That was really all it was. If anybody hasn't seen like the videos or whatever explaining this, Kane has like some of the highest percentile early game stats of any champion in the game. I think he's like #1 in 3 separate categories, and he's within the top 30 out of like 140 champions in like all of his other base stats. They made him like extremely strong early. So I'm not exactly afraid to take fights like that early on.
Especially against the Vi.
Yeah, and I also played Vi a little bit earlier today just to like test out her buffs, and I noted that her early game wasn't as strong as some of the other champs in the meta. So yeah, I wasn't that afraid to take that early fight. Obviously, we got a little lucky because I got away with like a sliver of health, but that's kind of like the nature of the game. It was just a good roam by Caleb and a good roam by Garfield in general. But yeah, the second game, he tried to do the same exact thing, and it was just kind of like predictable at that point.
Yeah, I saw you change up your route a little bit for it.
Yeah, it was also silly to me because when I've got my bot lane right there, that's a much harder thing for him to take when he's on blue side than it is on the red side. So
yeah, I think for him, he probably thought that the Tristana could possibly push in, but yeah, the double range versus the Alistar probably not going to be able to push in as soon as they wanted to. So I would agree with you on that. And then Blackish Strand, there was a question for you from OP that says "fuck you," but he didn't put a question mark at the end, so technically we can accept that.
Not a question.
What at one point did you just feel like I'm gonna make my? Because it looked like you were just making your own plays on the side lane, like expecting like, oh, there's a giant wave of farm here. Someone's gonna come farm this, and I'm just gonna one shot them. Like, what? How does that feel? Because I'm not a mid laner and I don't do that.
Well, okay, so you just sort of watch people and you watch their patterns. And what I noticed very early on in the game with Opie was that he does not like to just take one wave. And so I saw him taking that wave, and then I was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And if it doesn't, I'll just take the wave myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I'm just going to sit in this bush. And then he walked up, and I was like, hey. And then he did it again, and I was like, hey. And then he did it a third time, and I was like, hey, let's go.
It's the best part
So,
of the commentary.
Yeah, and then everybody, now that he's given away the secrets, only farm one wave if there's a Fed Lux on the other side,
Well,
or he's just going to be like, hey.
I mean, if just have wards. If you don't have wards, the solution is not to flame your support. It's to just not go there.
Yeah, exactly. And then last thing was, why the Karthus pick? And you did pretty well on it. You got some nice kills from your Requiem, and it wasn't underwhelming, but I didn't feel like it provided what it needed for the team. Was that like something I'll discuss as like having global pressure, or just, hey, I'm comfortable on this?
He's really what? I can answer that. He's just really wanted to play Karthus.
Yeah, so actually what happened is me and Adam just had awful lag. Like after, like for me, I don't know when it started for Adam, but after like 10 minutes into the game, I was playing, 200 to 400 ping Karthus.
Yeah. I had somebody in my house was on Netflix streaming for the entire first game, and I was sitting at 350 ping the entire game. So most of those fights, I couldn't see what I was doing. I was just hoping that I was getting my damage off in the right places.
Oh dear God.
So,
but the Karthus pick, yeah, I think we did like a coin flip basically. You were like, "Hey, pick for me," and I said Karthus for fun.
it was Karthus or Brand. Those are the two options.
We did talk about Brand, so
Yeah,
good job
I mentioned
by
that.
Rich on that one.
Yeah,
Anything,
it was.
are you Rent?
I played with what?
Any questions from you?
Oh my God. Trying to think. Caleb, how's it feel to suck at playing mid again?
Oh, it feels so good.
That's Okay, I think Caleb just actually had an orgasm on stream. That's like even
Well,
that's like even more of an orgasm than when Family Man stole Dragon.
I will say though, Sean, to your question, to give an actual answer, like when it came down to that decision between Brand and Karthus, although I understand that Karthus isn't as dynamic of a pick right now, and yeah, in the game, it wasn't like it was like translating to like this really flashy strategy or anything. But when it was coming down to those two, my thought process was, they have the Jarvan, they have the Vi, and they have the Vel'Koz. If things do go wrong, and they manage to pull off that dive, and they do get onto our mid laner, better it be something that can continue DPSing after they get killed than something that can't. And that was literally the only thought. It was just like they have a really dive-heavy comp, and if they decide to dive onto him, then they're going to pay for it, rather than us just like having no damage out of the mid lane. So that was really the thought behind it. It was just like we didn't have something on the team that was like good insurance for those divers yet, and it just seemed to kind of round it out that way with the comp.
I think that's fair. Yep, Sean, you got anything else?
Congratulations on your wins. Shout out to my boy Garfield Juice. I was pulling for you.
Shout out to 4 out of 5 of Team Solar Feed was involved in this game.
Yeah, and shout out to the manager of 9-inch Torpedoes for picking up the Koreans as opposed to the Europeans that got picked up on the other side.
And thank you, Caleb, for subbing tonight and doing such a great fucking job, dude.
No problem. I was just chilling, playing some Ori and the Blind Forest, crying my balls off, and then Adam just pops into my chat and is like, "Hey,
wait a second,
come play for me."
Crying your balls off?
That's what I said. Damn it, Rich.
So you were playing Ori in the Blind Forest, and then you just basically killed Ori in the forest blind.
You mean? Oh God. Okay, we're done here. No. Caleb's puns will not affect the stream. That is good. I hate all of you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Can I get a let's go?
No. Let's go. There you go.
Let's go.
And on that disturbing note, we are in fact done with Week 8. Standings currently are Passive Aggressive Red Panda in first place. They have finished out their season and have 17 points, so their point totals are set. Team Solar Feed in second place, just behind them with 16. Those two teams have in fact clinched their buys for the playoffs, but it's up to tomorrow whether we get first or second. In third place, Caster Shoe Shop with 12 points. They have clinched playoffs, cannot get a bye, but they have clinched either third or fourth. It comes down to this week how they and 9-inch Torpedoes do. 9IT after the win today in fourth with 10 points. 3PC with 8. 7 Shades of Greg and Tilted Torpedoes tied for 6th place, unless Tiebreaker breaks anything. Actually, no. 7 Shades of Greg are in sole possession of 6th place because they win the tiebreaker with Tilted Torpedoes, which means Tilted Torpedoes in 7th. Both of them at 7 points. T4S 8th with 6, and Chase Squad in last place with 5 points. None of the teams who are currently out of playoffs have been eliminated. They can still make it in. It all depends on this week, but that'll do it. Tune in Wednesday. Our next match currently is Wednesday at 10 p.m. EST with Team Solo Feed versus Team Foreskin. So that'll do it. I've been Rich Jirachi Matties.
And I'm Sean McShannon.
Good night, y'all.
Go Chase Squad.